Did anybody even watch any college football this past weekend?
Other
than our respective teams?
Well, my respective team didn't.
Oh, they had a bye, didn't they?
Ole Miss. Yeah.
Bye week.
Yeah.
Alabama scored drug us, and I was.
Oh yeah.
Dating it up.
I stopped watching that. They clinched the SEC championship with that game though.
No,
I stopped watching that though.
They're going to win the SEC championship anyway. So
you know what's crazy?
What's up?
I was notified or made aware of this stat the other day, and then I waited for Auburn to play their game, like that week Saturday, to see if the stat changed at all, and it did not. You know, Miles Brennan hasn't played since like week 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
Got absolutely demolished by Missouri, by the way, that game.
Yeah.
But Bo Nix has played every week. You know what their TD count is? Miles Brennan has more TDs than Bo Nix.
That's horrible.
Bo Nix has 10. Miles Brennan has 11. That's pretty.
He was pretty good last year, though.
Bo Nix?
Yeah.
You know,
he was decent.
new kid on the block.
Yeah.
Beginner luck, I'd say.
Yeah.
And I don't know. He hasn't really impressed me at all this year.
I mean, no.
But, you know, going into another game from this weekend, we had a battle of the undefeated with BYU. Funny, something about this game, BYU Coastal Carolina, they weren't scheduled to play. On Wednesday of last week, BYU reached out to Coastal Carolina, and then they finalized the game that day. Because
Saturday or Wednesday?
They finalized it on Wednesday to play Saturday.
If they settled it on Saturday and they actually played on Saturday, that's kind of, hey guys, stop drinking, come on, we got a game to go to.
And honestly, I liked it because it was more of like, I guess each of them didn't have their game. Maybe it was postponed, bye weeks, whatever. But they both decided that they're not getting enough credibility because they haven't played anybody. So they felt like they needed to play a little bit of competition, so they played each other. BYU played like dog.
Yeah,
their quarterback was.
I'm just going to go ahead and eat my words from the last podcast. I definitely said that Coastal Carolina didn't impress me or anything. They definitely impressed me by beating BYU.
Yeah, because BYU to me was like a kind of like on the level of like a very high power Pac-12 game.
Yeah,
like they were just slinging it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they scored less than 20 points.
22-17 was the final. Yeah. Did you
And
see the last play of that game?
They got stopped. Was that the game they got the team that got stopped on the 1?
Yes.
Yeah.
They dragged them back.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude, it was a little nuts.
I mean, in the recent years, BYU's had multiple games where they caught it at the 1 and get stopped, or they just barely reach over and they either win or they barely lose. So I don't know. I don't really keep up with BYU. Ever since they beat Ole Miss in like 2012, I don't keep up with them. I don't like them.
I don't either. But I mean, they played LSU a couple years ago.
And LSU beat the dog mess out of them.
Yeah, they beat the dog out of them. But remember what we talked about, actually with LSU right quick while we're talking about them. They have a self-imposed 1-year ban.
Yeah, they weren't even going to make a bowl this year anyway. Hey guys, listen. We're just going to go ahead and self-impose, make it look better for us. That's what everybody thinks is going on. They're just making it look better,
I think it's funny.
We're not going to go to a bowl this year.
Because I had to take a double take at it. I was like, are they really talking about the 2020-2021 season? Like this
I
current
thought they were
season?
talking about the 2021-2022 season, like
and
the next season.
I looked into it and I was like, we have 3 wins right now.
Yeah, they weren't going to make
We're
a bowl
not
game
making
anyway.
a bowl game.
So
it's just not happening.
Yeah.
And then we play Florida this week, and then we play Ole Miss. The Ole Miss one, I feel like it's 50-50 because you don't know what Ole Miss team's going to show.
Well, if our defense shows up, LSU's not beating us.
Ole Miss hasn't had a defense in 15 years.
No, they played. Their defense played really well against State. I guess it's just because it's a rivalry game. I don't know.
State, I want to say they lost 11 starters from when they played LSU.
Well, yeah.
From opting out, transferring, whatever.
Yeah.
So, I mean.
But the only time I know of an Ole Miss defense that's actually good was 2012 to 2016. But we barely had an offense, too. Like, we didn't have as many playmakers in those years. Now, everything's offense-based. We look like a freaking Big 12 team out there. We can put up points. Can't stop nobody.
Yeah, LSU just looks like a high school team to me. So
I mean, they do have one of the best high school quarterbacks in the state of Louisiana playing for them.
yeah, it is what it is, I suppose. But another thing, something that really kind of messes with me is teams like Alabama, Clemson, and sometimes Ohio State. They keep everybody. They even keep people who could get drafted in the first round, and they keep them for their senior year. You know what I mean? They had 0 opt-outs. Alabama and Clemson, 0. LSU is like on 20.
Kinda sus, if you ask me.
I mean, it's just something's going on. I mean, they always have these juniors. Dylan Moses last year, he was a first-round pick, even though he tore his ACL.
Yeah,
he stayed back just to play another season.
And let me tell you something: Alabama is not going to get
Travis Etienne from Clemson, the running back. You tell me he wasn't a first-round pick?
Oh, I know what you're saying. Alabama's not going to get an investigation. Clemson's not going to get one. Ohio State's not going to get one. And speaking of Ohio State, Michigan opted out of their game, basically.
Yeah. I was going to get to that in a second.
They're trying to get...
But we'll get to that. You know what, whatever. Big Ten did amend their rules for Ohio State to be in the conference championship with only 5 games.
Of course they did.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't they?
They amended the rules.
That's so stupid.
So
if it was any other team, they would not do that.
An issue I have with that is, right now, say they win the
conference championship.
Conference championship.
Mm-hmm.
They'll have played 6 games.
Yep.
They're going to go against Alabama if they make the playoffs.
Say they beat Alabama. They're in the national championship with 7 games played.
Not even that. They play Alabama. Alabama will be on their 12th game.
Mm-hmm.
Ohio State will be on their 7th.
Yeah.
That's just not fair to me.
Nope.
That's
not at all.
I don't see how that's even like a thing that could be possible.
I don't get it. I really don't. But they're trying to play Texas A&M this week coming up.
Are they?
Yes, because A&M.
No, A&M's playing Tennessee.
Are they?
Yeah.
They changed
I saw that there was a possibility, but
because Ole Miss can't play because of coronavirus. So tired of hearing about it, but they can't play because of coronavirus or whatever. So they were talking about having A&M and Ohio State play in like a neutral site, but obviously that didn't happen.
Yeah, I did see something about that, but then I looked it up, and I saw them playing Tennessee.
If Ole Miss and LSU doesn't play, I'm going to be so mad because I want to see that game. 2 teams that are complete dog shit.
Yeah, they're pretty bad.
So
honestly, at this point, I haven't really watched too much Ole Miss. I watched a couple of their games, like when they play Florida and stuff. If they play against us like they did Florida, they'll win.
Yeah,
because their offense was good that game, and their defense wasn't terrible either.
The only game our offense didn't play well in was against Arkansas.
Dude, Arkansas, was that the game? Arkansas put up a lot of points on y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was nuts.
I mean, Arkansas, that was the first time in like a million years that they've won consecutive SEC games or something like that.
Yeah, to me that was crazy.
And then the next week they get shut out by who was that? I can't remember who they got shut out by the next week.
I know we beat them. I think we didn't. Did we play them? Yeah, we beat them. We lost to Missouri, beat Arkansas.
That's right.
That's right. Let's see. You remember what's his name? The quarterback from from can I speak?
USC.
UFC. When they won their national championship, Mackenzie Milton.
No, it's not a freaking national championship.
I had the quotes.
No. I don't care that you had the quotes. It's not a national championship.
He's transferring from UCF.
Probably because they suck.
I mean, he's not playing. That's why.
He's not good.
He was. He
was. Past tense.
He tore like 4 things in his knee.
Don't care.
That's rude.
Self-imposed. Oh, we're going to get a self-imposed national championship because we should have been in the playoff. Shut up. No. It's not how this works.
Yeah, they had the playoffs that year.
2006.
16.
2016. God.
16.
Had a brain fart. 2016, we won the national championship. No, you didn't. Dude, I wish that somebody would come up to me and say that their favorite team was UCF, and I asked them when the last time they won a national championship was, and they say 2016. I'm gonna slap the shit out of them. I swear.
That's still their favorite team, you know.
I don't care. I do not care.
I mean, I understand that
the
that
last
championship
time
shouldn't have been
the
won,
last
but-
time Ole Miss won a national championship was in 1963.
But it's still your favorite team.
It is my favorite team, but it's an actual national championship.
I understand, but I'm just saying,
It's
like,
not a last
Last time LSU won one was
Shut
last
up.
year.
Hey, what are they doing this year? What are they doing this year?
Hey.
Nothing. Nothing.
Hey,
Without Joe Burrow, they're nothing.
And coaches, they still got the natty.
Let me tell you something.
And
Coach O did not save that team. Joe Burrow did.
Buddy is on a hot seat. Oh,
He's been on a hot seat. What do you mean? After the first game, they lost to Mississippi State with all these expectations and everything.
but he I've been seeing like on Tiger droppings and stuff that there's just a lot of rumors going around. It's supposed to be clean house in next year besides him, and then if it doesn't work out, then he's gone too. Supposedly.
he just started eating grass. He might do better.
What's he doing at Kansas?
I don't know what he's doing
Nothing.
over there.
Nothing. I'm pretty sure that they're still 0 for like 5 seasons.
Yeah, it is like that. Did you see the video of the Texas high school football player smacking a ref?
Yes.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
was that about, bro?
I think he got tossed,
Mhm.
He did get tossed,
and then
went-
he just ran out
You know
and
he got-
smacked.
You know he got misdemeanor summons for that too.
Yeah, and the whole team can't play in the playoffs now
Good.
because he did that. I
You know
thought,
that's not the first time he's done that either.
Really?
He got kicked out of a soccer game and he punched off on the referee for that because he
Yeah.
got a red card.
Jesus.
Yep.
Some dude got some anger issues. I did see the video that was pretty
Oh,
wild.
Dude,
yeah.
dude.
And all of a
And-
sudden, you watching the ref, and all of a sudden,
Well, it's the fact that he is like, what, 5'11", 260 pounds. The referee was like 5'6", maybe $180,
yeah,
maybe,
He killed that dude.
almost.
yeah.
And he's in full pads. Like, the referee has no protection.
What, the hat's gonna stop the hit? I mean, come on now.
Throw your flag at him or something? I don't know.
I have a question for y'all. This is like a little bit of a brain.
I have an answer.
No, I don't know if you do.
Well, I do.
I don't know if
I
you
do.
do.
I promise
So-
you I do.
When you're kicking a PAT, field goal, something, right?
Okay.
You have the holder.
Yep.
His knee is on the ground. Okay.
Yes.
He has possession of the football.
Correct.
Why isn't he marked down? Why isn't the whistle blown he's down?
He hasn't been touched yet. Well, that doesn't make a good sense because, I mean, if you catch the ball in college football and go down, it's automatically down. So,
Right? And my issue with this is he's just holding it, right? See, it's a fake. He takes his knee off the
Yeah,
ground,
he takes his knee off the ground.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, you know,
If
that's
it's
me.
See, it's all about how you line up.
No,
that's
his
not-
knee's on the ground all
No,
the time.
no. It's all about how you line up. If it's a fake or not. Like if you go to fake, you can't line up with your knee on the ground.
No, I mean the whole point of it is they don't show any different.
Right.
So they're gonna their knees gonna be on
So
the ground.
I'm glad you. I mean, you brought that up. Okay. What about the LSU Florida game back a few
When
years
he did
back?
this?
When he
Tossed
when
it over his
when he
head?
tossed it over his head.
That's
why is he
happened
not down?
twice in football history.
Yeah, I
and
know, but
it
I'm
was
just
both
saying.
with LSU.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Why is he not down?
I'm saying he should be. I'm saying he
Because
should be
if-
called
if
down.
they don't flip that stupid thing behind their head, right? They lose that game.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
To me,
it's just one of those rules in football that no one's gonna understand except if you go to like referee school or you really do.
I don't
your
think
research
they
about
understand anything when they go to those schools.
Oh,
it
absolutely
might be
not,
something
because-
that's just laid out already. That's
Because-
like unspoken about it.
It could be legit in the rule books that
Oh, it's definitely in a rule book somewhere.
it might be,
It's
but
got to be.
I was watching a football game with my dad, and it's for some reason it popped in my head. I looked at him. I asked him the question. He goes, he started laughing. He said, "I have no idea. I don't have an answer to it."
I don't know. I mean, it's got to be one of those rules. Like, since we're on the subject of rules in football, what, Blake? I know you know a lot about football, right? Okay.
Yeah, I know.
So I'm gonna direct this question to you. What, in your opinion, is targeting?
targeting.
Yes. What, in your opinion, is targeting?
Okay. I've
Not
seen,
what the rule says.
no. I've seen a lot of people get thrown out for falling into somebody,
Mhm.
or they've already jumped, and then this wide receiver running back is lowering their head.
Thank you.
For me,
Thank you.
that's not targeting.
Thank you.
The only time I'm like, damn, that was targeting. Like there was two people that got tossed out in an LSU game, an LSU player and somebody else, and I was like, I think it might have been Arkansas. I was like, neither of them should have been tossed because they had their shoulder and hit them with their shoulder, hit them with their side.
Yeah.
And to me, targeting isn't a thing unless you can see like I'm going for your head and it's intentional.
Mm-hmm.
That's the rule.
That's
how
supposed to be the rule
is.
But
in
they have
place.
all these different steps, and they for some reason check them off sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And sometimes they even like push them with their hands. I've seen it, and
I
they
know.
get tossed.
Let me ask you another question. Okay.
Okay.
So, if there's a controversy targeting call that is not called,
Okay.
and they review it and say, "Oh, there is targeting on the play,"
Mhm.
what do you think about that?
I mean, if it is targeting, then that's fine.
But
Like,
if it's not targeting,
if it's not targeting, then
Okay.
it's just it's
okay.
BS.
So, perfect example of this one. Ole
I have a
Miss,
feeling. Yep. It was
Ole
Ole
Miss
Miss.
State. Okay, Ole Miss player got kicked out in the first quarter for this. He hits this guy with his shoulder,
That was louder than I thought it was going to be.
with his shoulder in the chest. Defenseless receiver, of course.
Yeah.
Defenseless receiver. But they didn't throw a flag.
Mm-hmm.
They review it, say that there's targeting. He gets kicked out of the game.
I mean,
It just doesn't make any sense. Why not throw the flag and then review it? If you think it's targeting, throw the flag. If you don't think it's targeting, don't throw the flag. It's not that difficult.
I mean, I do agree with the reviewing because the refs can't see everything. That's why they have to review touchdowns and turnovers and stuff and
But
spots.
games take so much longer than what they're supposed to because
Yeah.
of every single thing that they review.
Another penalty I have a huge issue with is when roughing the passer. When
Don't even get me
a
started on
lineman,
that one.
a big old cornbread-fed man just falls into a quarterback. When he gets pushed
Whenever he's
over,
getting blocked into a
when he gets
quarterback,
pushed over and
that's
hits
stupid.
his ankle or something, yeah, it might tweak it. We're trying to protect the quarterbacks, whatever. But if he launches at his knee
That's a different
lower,
story.
that's different. But he's getting pushed over. Like you can tell, he's getting knocked over.
Mhm.
I mean, it's
Don't even
to
get
me
me started
that's
on that one.
that's one of the rules I hate the
Football
most.
has become a cupcake sport.
Oh, absolutely.
I've
For the
seen
most part. I wouldn't say all the time, but for the most part, it's become a cupcake sport.
we've seen so many examples of the targeting and everything like that. I mean, I've watched multiple examples where it's just a clean, solid tackle. Someone leads with their shoulder, and they go with the momentum they have carrying with them, knock somebody's head off. Not literally, but I mean, they just take them
I
out
was
and they get called
asked-
targeting. It just doesn't make much sense.
I was asked not too long ago, like in the future when I do have children or whatever, if that is a thing, but if I would let my son play football, and I answered that with if I have a son, by the time they play football at any kind of level that would
It's
hurt,
going to be two-hand touch.
it'd be two-hand. That I said two-hand touch.
Yep.
Exactly.
It's going to be two-hand
It'd be
touch.
two-handed touch or flag.
Oh, yeah. Dude, could you imagine playing professional flag football?
Did you
They're
not
pretty
see
dope.
those games like 4 years ago? They had like a big like league. It was in the spring or
Yeah,
something
yeah,
with
I
like
do.
some players and then some like entertainers
Yeah,
and stuff.
that was it was like that.
It was Quavo was playing.
Yeah,
it.
Quavo and stuff.
Chad
all
Chad
played
Johnson
along.
was in
Yeah,
it.
I know. That was actually really
T.O.
interesting to
Oh,
watch on TV.
Yeah,
too.
it was fire.
It was awesome. It was like 7-on-7.
Yeah, it was 7-on-7, and they were just going at it.
Oh, I know.
They were slinging it too.
Yeah.
They were running.
Fun
Did you?
fact, Chad Johnson in his retirement now is a EA ratings guy for Madden. He's one of the guys that reviews plays and players.
So is that why all the ratings are horrible? Because it's Chad Johnson.
It's very possible.
And
And
Chad Ochocinco.
Every
you know,
time Ocho Cinco does a review, he posts it on his Instagram and he talks about what this player is doing good. He just did one on Devontae Adams recently, and Devontae Adams got some stat boost and all that, so it's pretty exciting.
Devontae Adams is very underrated in my opinion.
He's a solid receiver.
Why did you bring up Madden, bro?
We're
We're sitting
saying-
here talking about college football and everything.
Because they brought Chad Ocho Cinco. I mean, that man.
I mean, you know,
all right,
it helps the
respectable. Okay.
going into the NFL right quick because I didn't have any more on college. If y'all want to bring something,
I
up.
don't think I have anything else either.
So let's see where we want to start. There was three options. There were three opportunities this week in NFL to clinch a playoff spot. Two of them did it. The Chiefs won. They clinched their spot.
I mean, I can figure
The Saints clinched their spot with a win and a Bears loss. And Bears actually lost to Detroit.
Wow.
Really?
Who thought of-
Steelers was the third opportunity.
Lions are stronger than
and did
Bears.
not
Yeah,
clinch.
I know. That
They
game
got-
really surprised.
They lost
That game really
To
surprised me.
Washington,
Yeah.
which I think is funny because if you look at let's see, the people who they've played so far. Okay, they're 11-1 now currently.
Mm-hmm.
Game 1, they beat Daniel Jones. Okay, I'm just gonna go around the strength of schedule is what I'm doing.
Yep.
Beat Daniel Jones with the Giants. Barely beat the Broncos, which
Okay.
is not a good football team.
Nope.
They beat the Houstons before
The Houstons.
Houston Texans before they fired their head coach, Bill O'Brien.
Okay.
They beat Carson Wentz. That's nothing to brag about.
Nope.
They beat the Browns, which the Browns are doing decent.
Pre-Odell injury or post-Odell injury?
I think it was pre.
Okay.
Because after
Yeah,
Odell
okay.
got hurt,
Yeah, it was.
they've been on fire.
Yeah.
This says they were bailed out by the refs versus the Titans. I don't know much about that one.
I don't either.
They barely beat the Ravens. They beat the Cowboys.
Yeah, but the Ravens didn't even have a good quarterback.
The first time they beat them.
Oh.
They beat the Cowboys, 3-8 Cowboys. They beat the Bengals. And I don't think they had I think that was the first game after Burrow got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
They beat the Jaguars with you won't even know this name, Jake Luton at quarterback.
Who the hell is that?
Exactly.
Where did
my
he
boy.
come from?
And then they beat the Ravens with a third string team basically.
Well, it wasn't Trace McSorley.
Be-
Trace McSorley's their backup.
So RG3 was in the game?
RG3 started and then Trace came in halfway through.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And Trace almost brought him back.
Dude.
And then they lost to the Washington Redskins.
Nope, not Redskins football team.
Washington football team.
So for all the bandwagon fans out there that are Steeler fans, all because they went
To
10-0.
To me, when I saw
11-0.
that picture with all the games and whatever,
I was pretty impressed with them, and I was like, wait a minute. No, because I knew what you're talking about. You got that off of Instagram, didn't you?
yes, I
Yeah.
believe so.
So,
I mean, when you play
It is on
cupcakes, you're bound
I
to.
think I sent that one to you, honestly.
I don't know. I saw it on
Either
when I was
you sent it to
scrolling.
me or I sent it to you.
I might have
did
sent
too.
it to you.
I don't know.
You got to think
And-
because I mean, New England had pretty easy schedules for most of the time when Tom Brady was on a roll right there. I mean, I'm not saying they didn't have hard games to play, but I mean, they're literally just teams that are way overpowered more than some of the other teams. I mean, just look at the Steelers in this example. They're literally skull dragging everyone on their schedule.
Literally, what was it? 2 years ago, they played the Dolphins to try to clinch a playoff spot, and they lost.
Who, the Patriots?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's rough.
I want to say it was
on like
last
a,
year.
on like a hook and lateral type.
It was
Oh,
last year
It
because
was,
that's.
yeah, it was last
I
year.
do remember that's when they had Gronk on defense, huh? And he was like diving at them. Yeah, I remember that.
Yes.
Mhm.
They literally all they had to do was tackle somebody, and they couldn't do it. And the Dolphins ended up winning.
Because Tom Brady was on the field, they couldn't win.
Funny stat about Trace McSorley while he's been
Trace
brought up
McSorley.
recently.
It's a great song. I don't know
It's
if
an awful
you've ever
song.
heard it.
And
Dude,
it's
I
great.
love this.
With-
I love that song.
NFL quarterbacks minimum 6 passing attempts. Trace McSorley has the highest QBR rating with
I mean, I wonder
121 and a
why
half.
he's the most he was one of the most famous people on TikTok. I mean,
Ain't nobody worried about TikTok.
I love TikTok.
I just thought that was a funny
That's where I
little.
found the song Trace McSorley from.
Oh,
Trace
thank-
McSorley, huh? He's gonna be a
Trace
good one day. He's gonna
McSorley.
be the face of a franchise. Oh wait.
Nah.
Honestly, he's not bad. I wouldn't say face, but he's. I feel like he'd be like a placeholder, like on a team who's just kind of doing whatever at the time.
Mm-hmm.
To me, that's what Taysom Hill is.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
So put Trace at tight end, he'll do great. That's what we're hearing here.
Pretty much. Yeah.
You know who? Oh, on quarterbacks. On the topic of quarterbacks,
Let's hear it.
Yes.
Let's hear it.
Jalen Hurts is better than Carson Wentz.
I would
Oh,
agree.
100%.
I watched that game where Jalen Hurts came in. Completely different football team from Philadelphia,
Yeah, because he's an actual leader.
and he was dotting people up. a
Yes,
little bit.
because he's actually a fairly decent quarterback. He
And-
couldn't throw for. He couldn't throw for nothing in college.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you. He
But-
couldn't throw for anything in college.
I mean,
Oh.
he was solid in college. The problem is, I mean, like, when you have that much attention on you at one time, now that he's in the undershadow of Carson, it's a lot easier for him to just step
Well,
up
he's starting
and
this
make
week.
plays. Well, that's good. It's
He
good
needs
for him.
to.
Yeah, I was watching that game. He had a couple really good series, and then I don't think they had a touchdown the whole game until he scored them a touchdown. And then I believe right after he did that, I don't remember who they were playing. They had a kickoff return, punt return for a touchdown too, and that they were like 6 points from winning or something like that. It was nuts.
I don't get it.
I think let's see. Have you seen anything about Justin Jefferson?
I mean, he's been tearing it up. I know that.
Oh yeah, he's gonna win Rookie of the Year. There's no doubt about it. Before season started, I thought Clyde was gonna win it, just because he got drafted in the first round. He was going to Kansas City. They didn't have a running back, and I thought he was gonna tear it up. I have him on my fantasy team, and he's been upsetting me here lately because they're not really using him. They're just kind of using Tyreek Hill, and that's about it.
Yep.
And Mecole Hardman.
Do you even know where Tyreek Hill went to college?
Couldn't tell you.
I couldn't either.
Could not tell
I know where
you.
he plays NFL now. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Man's a goat.
I was asking somebody that the other day, and they couldn't tell me either.
Fun fact, I know this goes a little ways back, but did y'all know when that the Saints and the Broncos played, and the Broncos had to use a pretty much a red-shirted wide receiver as their quarterback, only 11 passes were completed between both teams that entire game. That's probably the lowest you will ever see in an NFL game.
He completed one. I wanted him to do better in that game, but
Do you know where he went to college?
is it a D2?
West Alabama.
That's where
I think
Tyreek
that's a
went.
D2.
Yeah, I think it is too.
Well,
When is
he
the
got
last
drafted
time?
because of how fast he is.
He runs a 4.2,
Yeah, he's
like a 4.2 flat.
stupid fast.
Yeah.
And I know we talked about Cleveland a couple minutes ago when we were talking about the Steelers, but Cleveland is 9-3 right now.
Yeah, their first win in season, and I think since 2013, I think.
Their what's his name? Their defense is pretty stout.
No, their defense is amazing. I can't
Baker
stand their
Mayfield's
quarterback.
playing pretty good right now. I know
I don't
not
like
a lot
him.
of people like
I
him.
don't really like the guy, but he can play football. So
This
I mean,
season,
anybody can play football.
this
I
season,
mean, he's getting
he's
there to the
playing
point where
pretty
he's
good.
getting well.
and I think it's funny because a couple years ago when Baker started playing, they got Jarvis over, they got Odell over, they started trading and trying to make a team. I said a couple years ago, the year that happened, I was like, they're going to be a playoff team in a couple years,
Mhm.
and here they are. They're going to make the playoffs. There's no doubt.
Dude, I don't want Baker Mayfield to win a Super Bowl, but I want the Browns to win a Super Bowl.
I wouldn't say I want them to win a Super Bowl,
Dude,
but
they went 0 for they lost 30-something straight games. And now they're at the point where they're 9-3.
No, I need Buffalo to win a Super Bowl. Goodness, Buffalo has had one of the worst runnings when it comes to playoff luck. I'm telling you, they made it to 4 consecutive Super Bowls back in the 80s and lost every single one of them. I'm telling you.
Buffalo.
Hey,
No, I'm telling you.
my man Josh Allen's pretty good.
They need to
Oh,
get.
yeah. I
I'm
like
telling
Josh
you,
Allen. I don't
He's
like
got
Buffalo.
a cannon.
Who?
I'm telling you. That would be
Yeah.
a team I would love
You know
to
how
watch win.
far he threw a football? Just throwing
Over
it?
a mountain. Huh?
84 yards.
83.
Ooh. That was close.
Yeah, he was on another podcast. He was a guest, and they were asking him. They said, "No BS. How far have you thrown a football? On record, just people with witnesses and everything." He said 83.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's it.
and he did it in. I think he said he went to Wyoming. He did it in college at Wyoming in cold too. That's what he said. And he plays at Buffalo, so.
Ugh.
Yeah,
He can throw a Hail Mary from the 20-yard line on his side of the field.
Yeah,
he's a pretty good
I
athlete.
mean, did he throw it 83 yards on a good day, or was it just okay, here we go, and you know?
I like to see you throw 83 yards like that.
Oh, I know I can't. My shoulder is so messed up. There's no way I could throw.
That's about, honestly, I think that's all I have for NFL. Not going to lie, unless y'all have anything else. I've asked my weird question earlier.
No, I didn't watch any football
Wow.
this past week. I've been buku
Wow.
busy.
Buku busy, huh?
Buku.
Too busy to watch football?
Yes.
Wow. What a guy he is.
That happens.
Yeah. I had work all day Friday. I had to prepare stuff for Sunday.
Sound like
Sunday,
Brian.
I had something to do until 8 o'clock, from 7 a.m. to 8
Gotta
o'clock.
let that go.
Sound like Brian.
Gotta
Crying because you had work.
Gotta let that go.
There's been a lot of stuff going on in the NBA. If you wanna, I think I saw you writing some.
Come on,
notes.
Mr. James Harden. You
That's
know you
all
got it
I
over
am
there.
right there.
I mean, I have a bunch of notes too, but
We get our section done at the beginning, so we don't have to talk at the end.
Just so we don't have to save it for the end. I know we talked about it Tuesday, and Blake said he was going to save it for today.
the boxing.
Yeah.
I'll bring that up.
So
Boxing?
Yeah.
So boxing news. Did you want to say?
yeah, I'll go out since
What is
I'm
it?
in front of Mason right here. So
Hold on, don't get too loud or anything for the person involved, and don't get all pissy.
and
No, I'm sure it's Logan Paul and Mayweather or something.
That's what it is.
yeah,
Oh, okay, yeah.
so they're scheduled to fight February 20th.
Yeah,
On
February
pay-per-view?
Yeah.
Pay-per-view.
Dude, I'm 100%. I want to watch that fight. We need to all get together and we need to watch that fight.
Everybody that has any like relation or not even relation, just in anything with boxing or even the YouTube world, they're gonna be watching.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. We all need to get together the night of the fight. If I don't have to work, hopefully I don't. And we need to watch that fight. All
That's gonna be a
15.
waste of money.
Are you kidding me?
Unless they get together and they're like, hey, this is how this fight's going to go down. You don't knock me out, I don't knock you out, and if I'm going to win, and this is how much you're going to get paid. Unless that is said,
No.
that is going to be a 13-second fight, and it's going to be the waste of money, I'm telling you.
Who's gonna win?
Not Logan Paul.
So
Have you? Hold on.
No,
You
you
are
are
crazy.
crazy.
I'm gonna stop you. I'm
Hold
gonna
on,
stop you.
hold on.
What?
Have you seen Mayweather fight?
Yeah.
He runs around like a little bitch.
Exactly, and nobody can catch him. That's why he's 50-0. I'm not saying I like the guy, but man, he knows what he's doing. He's done
It's
it in
not
the
gonna
ring
be a
long
13-second
enough.
fight. He runs around like a little girl,
Yeah,
like
and
scared of
yeah.
a spider.
Logan's going to keep running around and get tired. He's going to lay one hammer to the chin, and
No,
Logan's
he
on the
ain't.
ground.
Nah.
No, I'm
Nah.
telling you.
So on your little when you said something about the rules or whatever, they're gonna get together. I watched. I think you said something about it yesterday. Logan's podcast. I watched it, and he said he's like, I have no idea what they're gonna try and pull. If they're gonna make me wear heavier gloves, if he's gonna say pull your punches, whatever. And his intention right now is to go in swinging, and he's gonna try to knock him out.
Well, see, Conor McGregor tried that. He got too tired.
That's
he
why
doesn't need to
MMA
do that.
fighters stay
He
in the
needs-
cage.
He needs to play.
Logan Paul's been training for boxing for 4 years.
Yeah,
He's got the condition.
I understand that, but if he wants,
It
to,
might be a different level of conditioning with Mayweather, but
well, Mayweather can't even read or write. So
But he can fight.
I mean that doesn't have anything to do with the fact that he's conditioned to run around in
I
circles.
know. I'm just saying. I just want to throw that fact out there because he's a grown ass man and he can't read or write. But
I mean,
anyway,
he can do it well enough to make millions of dollars.
He's got way more money than I'll ever have.
Yeah.
yeah, whatever. But if he fights just like Mayweather,
On the money
He'll win.
factor, did y'all see how much money? I think did you say it? How much money this fight's worth? $100 million.
huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what the money
Dude, I'm
split
gonna put
is.
20
Just
bucks
to
on Logan
fight.
Paul just to see how much money I win.
He's 5,000 to 1, or whatever the odds, like 1 to 5,000 or something. 1 to
Yeah.
5,000.
Just to fight
So if you
Mayweather.
win,
if
you
you
would come
put
out.
$1, you make 5,000.
Yeah. So you'd make $500,000 if you,
If I put
or you make 200K.
If I
Right?
put
Isn't
20
No,
that
bucks
you
in
right
make you'd
math?
make $500,000.
if
Is
I
that
put
the
20
right
bucks in,
Yeah.
No, I don't
If you
think.
put
if I put 20 bucks in and he actually wins, I would win. How much?
No, I think you have to
It's
put
20 times 5,000, pretty sure.
I think you have to put $100 to
Yeah,
win
you'd
you
make
make-
5,000.
you'd make
yeah,
100,000.
Yeah, I think it's $100 to win 5,000. I don't know. It's weird.
I don't
to
know
me.
how the betting thing goes.
Yeah,
but I
I don't
promise you, like, oh my god,
But no, they
I'll
released
make
some numbers
100K.
online.
I might have to do it.
I wouldn't even worry about it because it's going to be so. There's so many rules involved with how they're going to allow this fight to go down. That's why I'm saying I wouldn't even want to bet on it.
I don't think they have rules set yet.
They're
If
going
they're
to be
gonna-
though.
if they're going
There's
to.
there's going to be
They're
some
going
stipulation
to.
between these two guys
They're
fighting.
But they
gonna
have to
try
get them to agree to it. I don't think Logan's going to agree to it. I think he just wants to be able to have the free will to go in and fight.
He would make a lot less money if he did that.
I
That's what I'm saying.
guarantee
I don't
you.
think
If it's
he's
for
worried
him
about
to
the
win, I'm telling you, it's all about the money, dude. Literally,
It's
that's
100%.
all he's
Well,
doing
it's
this
all
for.
boxing has ever been
He's
about.
he's in a win-win situation either way. He's going to
Exactly.
sell merch. He's going to get more views. He's going to be able to do everything he wants and get more entertainment value from it. He's not worried about the physical fight.
Dude, if
he's
he
worried about the
wins-
show than
If
anything
he
else.
wins, he's gonna get a shit ton of money. If he loses, he's gonna get a shit ton of money.
Absolutely.
And
He gets clout no matter what he
Yeah,
does.
he gets clout no matter what. It doesn't matter.
So I mean, it's
I think it really just depends on how like I said on the other one, it really depends on how Floyd Mayweather wants to take the fight. Like if he wants to put a show, he's not going to throw
He's
punches.
not going to do it.
But if he wants to go in there and win, because I said on the last one, a lot of people are like from black communities are like mad at the Paul brothers because I mean Nate Robinson got put on the ground 3 times, so they're
That's
mad
not
that these
their
white
fault.
people are. Yeah, I know, but they're mad that these white guys are coming in.
What kind of world
Stop.
do we listen to, bro? Do we live in, bro?
So
I don't understand. Why do people get mad at fights? Are you kidding
Yeah, I
me?
mean, I don't know.
It's public
It is
entertainment,
what it
man.
is.
They want their side to be winning. But like I
It
said,
doesn't matter. Like, just because you like somebody and they get knocked out doesn't mean you have to be pissed off about it.
It is what it is.
I'm pissed off at I wanted Nate Robinson to win. I'm not pissed off that Logan Paul
I knew
won.
he wasn't going to win.
I didn't think he was.
Oh, I didn't think he was going to win either because Nate Robinson is this tall, Logan Paul's this tall.
Jake Paul.
Jake Paul. Jake Paul. Sorry.
They're both.
And Jake's
huge.
also been training for 3 to 4 years, and
Yeah.
Nate trained for like 4 months.
Yeah.
But see, that's the thing. If Mayweather really wants this fight to go a certain way, and Logan, I mean, if he's not lying at all, saying he has no clue what they're going to make him do for this fight,
This was the
you really
day
gotta
after
think.
it was released or announced. So I mean, at that point, he probably didn't. I'm sure he won't know for.
Well, I'm
until
just
it
saying,
gets closer.
if he does turn down stuff and he wants to go this free will route and everything like that, the only thing is they have been talking so much noise to each other, and that's what I'm saying. I will think that they've already started planning this out, and they're just lying to the public just so they can have good views for this fight. That's what I think, because I mean, they both know this is about to be a fat paycheck. So
mean,
no matter
yeah.
what, I mean,
I don't know. I just feel like it's gonna be a fight. I don't think it's gonna be a show.
I don't know. I almost see this as a bad idea for Mayweather, but at the same time, they're both
it's
out to
an
check.
awful idea.
It's a
for
lose
Mayweather.
for Mayweather, really.
Because if he wins, he beat a YouTuber. If he loses or
He
a draw,
lost to a YouTuber.
he lost or
Now lost his record.
yeah.
If they count it as being
Hey, I
on
don't
his
know if the
record.
exhibition fight
Yeah.
counts on record or not. That's something. I'm not
Are
sure
they
about.
having Are they having like?
It doesn't matter.
No,
You
it doesn't.
You still
But
lost, and millions of people
it's-
saw you get your. Never mind.
Yeah.
It's literally. I don't think it's any. I mean, other than the money, it's not a win for Mayweather. I don't know why he took this fight.
Are they having pre-fights? Or are they like the main event, or how's it working out?
I mean, they're gonna have
I'm
undercards.
sure they will.
And, but they're the biggest thing on the
Oh,
they're,
yeah,
they're the
they're
night.
They're
Yeah.
definitely the main event.
Okay.
I'm kind of interested to see who's going to be the starting off.
Undercards.
Yeah,
I think right
undercards.
now
I mean,
they're trying to find like other, like, entertainer fighters. Like, if Jake
Let's go
wants to
sign up.
fight again,
What if Nate Robinson's going to fight him again?
I highly doubt he'll show his face for the next 6 months.
We should go apply and see if one of us can get into the fight and just like get hammered for a bunch of money. I'm about it.
I mean, I'm about it.
I
would just
I'd
fight
get
like
knocked out
Mayweather.
for a little bit of money.
I would just fight like Mayweather, run around like I'm scared,
Well,
and then land 2 or 3 punches every round. And
A
win
few
every
a few
round.
jabs and just
Yeah.
get the decision. Yep.
Yeah.
Jake is now trying to fight Conor McGregor, so they could like land that and be in the undercard fight, which
He-
that's another main fight.
He
though.
called him out, but
Yeah,
I
no,
think
that's definitely
when
gonna
I
be a main fight.
when I watched his video when he talked about it, he was like, not now, but like eventually, that's who he wants to work up to. He wants to fight a
Yeah.
couple other people to be classified as a legitimate fighter
Yeah.
instead of a YouTube fighter,
Mm-hmm.
and then try to get into like the big.
McGregor's in retirement right now anyway, isn't he? He's been retired like 18 times.
Exactly my point. Fighters retire and they come back, just like Mayweather coming back right now. Mayweather came back 4 times, I think. But that's boxing for you.
I think it's not going to be a show until they put him in an octagon. I don't think boxing is like I give people credit for doing it, but I don't think it's as talented enough. Like if you put Floyd Mayweather in that octagon, he
Well,
loses
that's-
30%,
that's the thing.
50 times to 1. He loses.
I mean, he can't go in the octagon though.
Yeah.
And MMA's got to come to a boxing ring because you can't. If he gets on the ground, he's done for.
100%.
Yeah, he might
As a-
die.
An MMA
Oh,
fighter
easy.
can train as a boxer easy. They do that half their training.
Yeah,
But
a boxer
That's one
can't
of the
train for
reasons.
MMA.
I mean,
Because if
some of them-
Mayweather goes
yeah.
into an
When they-
octagon, he's going to die.
when they do it
There's
early
There's
in
no
their
ifs, ands, or buts about it.
when they do it early enough in their career, it's fine. Yeah, they get by with it.
Well, now
But
that he's like 80 years old,
you can't take Mayweather and fight McGregor in the octagon. It would be
I would
He'd
love
get
to see that
demolished.
fight. Though.
Like if
he
Conor
would lose in
McGregor,
the first round if
He would
Mayweather
lose in the
pushed
first
or
5
not Mayweather.
seconds.
He got
He can't
knocked
run
over
around
and
in an
put an
octagon
armbar.
for 5. No,
No,
he needs
they
to
run
run
on
with
the walls
tackle to
and
put him to
ass.
sleep.
they run on the walls and kick you in the head.
I did see a video of somebody doing that.
They've done it a couple times, but they really do that. But I think if Conor McGregor takes another fight, he does not need a box. He just
Nope.
needs to go straight to the octagon.
Yep.
Like because that's what he excels at. He kills people in that octagon. As much as I don't like who he is,
Oh, I can't stand him as a person.
he's an
but
unstoppable
a great fighter.
creature in that little octagon.
I do like how he called out Conor McGregor, though. I mean, wow. Oh my God, Floyd Mayweather, though. I don't know
He's
if
an
you saw
entertainer
that.
down to the T. I will say.
He
100%.
is.
That man can entertain.
100%.
He does
Oh, yeah, and
entertain
that's-
better than anybody.
That's as a fighter, you're not gonna get the main cards or anything like that if you can't entertain. That's why McGregor is what he is, and that's why Money Mayweather is what he is. He can entertain and get the fights,
And because he carries around $2 million in cash,
and because it's
Floyd
they
Mayweather's
also
last
get
two
more
fights
money
was
how
so
entertaining they are because they
Yeah.
bring in more.
Speaking of his last 2 fights, he should have 100% got beat by Pacquiao.
100%.
Easy.
Pacquiao whipped his ass in that fight, and they gave it to him. I was so
Yeah.
mad. I even paid for that fight.
Like I told you before, it's boxing. It's political.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But the first time I ever watched boxing in, like, on TV.
Rocky won.
No.
Rocky 2.
Like, I compared it to Rocky, and I was like, this is not how this is supposed to go.
They're supposed to get hit a lot
Like,
more than
Rocky,
this.
Rocky, you're supposed to punch somebody with a boxing glove, and they get cut and shit. But, I don't know.
Yeah, it's not as gruesome. That I like.
That's when I like
I don't
watching.
like watching.
I like watching
boxing.
UFC a lot.
I think it's too slow, but I
Yes.
think the knockouts are cool
Yeah.
once they happen. But if you ever watch like UFC, and they're just like they give it a whole lot more than people do in boxing.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, people. But I mean,
That's
in
why
boxing,
those fights are like 3 to 6 rounds, maybe 6,
I
maybe
think it's
5.
Five,
Yeah,
I think it's
5 on the main
max,
cards.
Yeah.
Undercards 3.
3. Yeah.
And in boxing, it's what?
15, 12.
12 to 15.
12,
to
main,
15.
12 on a main card official fight. I think 6 on like an
Something
not
like
like
that.
exhibition or
Yeah.
undercard.
because like whenever you watch a boxing match, they either get knocked out or they don't. But if you watch a UFC fight, they either get put on the ground, TKO, knocked out. So they both get knocked out at the same time.
Dude,
Somebody
those
gets a
videos
broken
are-
leg, somebody gets a broken face. Like it's
I remember seeing a video of somebody and their like leg. It was their shin sticking out the skin. I think it might have been Anderson Silva.
Yeah.
Somebody,
I remember. I was watching that fight.
Silva, I was watching that fight too, and he kicked, and his leg
His leg wrapped
him.
around
I
the
was
other
like,
guy.
Oh my god, that's not
I remember
good.
watching that
That's
fight.
not good. And then the other guy got on top of him, and started beating on his head. Like, are
Yeah.
you kidding me? He just broke his leg.
But the
That
bad
messed
part
up.
was is he
Hey,
kicked
they
with
see
his
red
dominant
right now.
Oh,
They see red.
This
They-
man just kicked me in my leg.
because he kicked with his dominant leg, and then went back and put all his pressure back on it again.
Yeah.
So as soon as he went back again, he just hit the ground.
Yeah.
Like I can't even imagine how much pain those dudes go through.
I couldn't imagine
Or
how
just
much
that.
pain he was in right there.
He probably honestly didn't feel it.
Probably.
shoot, he definitely felt it afterwards.
Oh, he felt it after. I guarantee that. But I
Like, whenever he
guarantee
went to
like
go
as
stand
soon
up
as it
again?
happened, he
Oh.
probably didn't feel it till he put pressure on it and then went down. But I mean, the adrenaline that's going through those guys.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to do it for a long time, but I don't like getting beat up enough
Yeah.
to I just wanted to do it for like self defense and stuff like that. Like if somebody comes up on me, just to know that I could put them on the ground and beat their face.
So basketball, Lakers back to back this year. You think?
No.
You don't
Not a
think?
shot.
Hey, my boy
Not a
AD
shot.
got 2-3 though.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Next season.
I thought it was this coming up
No,
season.
it's next season, I think, right?
I think so.
I'm pretty sure it
because
is
he-
this season.
Nike's not letting Braun change yet. That was the whole issue. He was
Of
trying to
course,
give
of
AD
course.
23
Of
before when
course.
they got
it's
him,
always something to do with the sponsor.
but
Thank you,
Nike
Nike.
couldn't.
Yeah.
They couldn't deal with the apparel change. They couldn't.
Oh,
The season was too close to starting, I think.
Too
LeBron
bad
had
that he's already been number 6 anyway.
On a
Yeah,
different
but
team.
on
It
3
doesn't
teams
matter.
ago.
LeBron had the interview recently where he said that he was ready to launch his team LeBron and he wanted his first athlete to be Luka. That would have been nasty. I think that would have been a great route for that. But I mean, he had already signed with Jordan at the time, so I mean, it was kind of hard to get it going. And he said that the people at Nike for LeBron couldn't really get it at the accelerated pace that he wanted it.
Yeah.
But that would have been a money move for LeBron right there and Luka.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Just what's his name? I think I know Mason's gonna freak out when I say his name. I don't think you like him either. Trey Young, he's getting his own shoe
Yeah.
with Adidas.
That was on my list. He's getting
Who?
his own signature
Adidas.
shoe.
Trey,
Young.
just
Who?
Trey Young,
Who?
Mason.
Man, don't nobody care about him.
I mean, there's some people that do. Obviously, that's why he's getting his own shoe.
I'm not buying his shoes. I bet you they're gonna be ugly just like him.
It's not
I
made
don't really
for
buy
you.
shoes anyway, but he can
I
ball.
mean, I can't tell you last time I bought shoes.
I don't care if he can ball. I can't stand him.
He can barely ball. He literally did 2 moves all season, and everybody.
Thank you.
I mean, he can shoot.
Thank you.
got him.
Thank
He
you.
got him.
Yes, sir. That's why I don't like him, because everybody else.
He literally didn't clutch up one single time the whole
You got
season.
an email?
Yeah, I did get an email. Let me check that
No,
out.
apparently, Lonzo is going to be trying to go to Charlotte after his contract with New Orleans runs
Yeah, well,
out.
he can suck both.
I don't know. That's one of my favorite players. So,
He's-
I mean, I'd
he's
hate
not
to see him
gonna go
go,
there.
but I mean, that'd be pretty cool to see the Ball brothers reunited.
Just to
What?
stop real quick, you said Lonzo is one of your favorite players.
Yeah, I think Lonzo is a good player.
I'm not saying he's bad.
I'm just
It's
saying,
just to have him as a favorite. I don't.
Yeah.
You know. Okay.
okay. Okay. So y'all gonna favor Dylan over here, cockriding LeBron?
Oh, I don't
I-
care.
I don't.
I don't like LeBron. I don't care that he cockrides him.
I'm
I
just
don't
saying.
care. Whatever. Anthony Davis will always be my favorite player.
And I have nothing
until he
against Anthony
retires.
Davis. He's a great player. And look, there's well more dominant point guards in the league. It's just for me, I like the play style of the Ball brothers. Since they play
I
in
do
Chino
not.
Hills, the way they play basketball really could change the league. I'm telling
You
you.
need to get a new lanyard, by the way. He doesn't play for the Rockets anymore.
Yeah.
No, he
that's on
still
my
does.
list.
He's
No,
What was
he
it?
got traded to the Bucks or something. Like
no.
that,
He
you know.
requested to get traded to the
Mhm.
Bucks.
So his top picks are Nets, Bucks, Heat, and 76ers right now.
Okay, that's not at all what I read, because I read earlier that he got traded to the Bucks and he requested from the Bucks to get traded to the Nets or the Heat. 100% swear to God, that's what I read.
I don't believe.
I'm
that.
pretty sure he's not on the Bucks.
I read
Well,
that
as of
on-
3 hours ago, I was just on Bleacher Report, and it said that he hasn't gotten signed by
I
anybody yet.
read on that on Instagram
'Cause it still
while
says,
we were playing Warzone actually.
Yeah, no, he hasn't been traded yet.
Okay, well then I
It's
guess
just
I either misread it.
Trade
or,
destinations: Bucks, Heat, 76ers, and others.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So-
not at all what I read though. I swear.
But what's going to be kind of nasty is it said the Rockets have no interest with the Nets unless they get KD or Kyrie, which is obvious because they can't give a supermax. Like, they're not going to take the best player they've ever had and not get a great player.
I don't know. Yao Ming was pretty good.
You know who got signed today for
I almost did this one.
for a ridiculous amount of money for no reason?
Was it Paul George?
Paul motherfucking George.
Yeah.
I mean, to be
He
fair,
is
he's a
gonna
good
make-
player, but
he's
he's
gonna
not
make
that much.
$226 million in the next 5 years.
He's
Yeah.
not as good as he was before he broke his
No.
leg.
I
He
mean,
got
no.
a 4-year,
Same thing with Gordon
$190 million
Hayward.
extension. He's not
Ever since
He is not a
Gordon
franchise player. I can tell you that
Hayward,
right
no,
now.
he's not.
He's
Ever
a
since
solid
Gordon
player, but
Hayward
not that.
broke his leg, bro. He hasn't been the same.
I mean,
He
I
got
wouldn't be
traded.
either, honestly. Bringing a league
Yeah,
is something
especially
hard
like
to come
that.
back from. But
No,
I mean,
I'm not saying that it's not hard to come back from, but I'm just saying like everybody cockrides Paul George.
He does have some nice shoes.
I'm
But,
sorry.
uh,
I'm sorry.
I use the term. I got
It's stuck in his head
I
now.
know.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but everybody freaking sucks off Paul George, bro, and I don't understand. Just because he
No.
broke his leg.
He can hit some shots every now and then.
Okay, I'm glad you added that last part because I'll
Yeah.
switch to slack.
Every now and then he can hit shots. And he's decent at defense.
Yeah.
I say he's a better defender than anything, though.
Better than James Harden. We know that.
100%.
I was going to
Yeah.
say, the one player I wish would have never gotten injured is Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose could have
Oh
been
my
one
God,
of the
dude.
greatest
What?
basketball players of all
Oh
time.
my
Absolutely.
goodness, I know. Now he's just so injury prone, and it makes
He
me
hasn't got
so
hurt in like
mad.
3-4 years.
But he hasn't just, like, blew off like he usually did.
No, he has his games now and then, but that's it.
He had that
Yeah.
one like really good 40 piece, and then everyone
Yeah.
went nuts for him, and then he was just like, "Yeah, we played a garbage team." So
Yeah.
So now now Paul George and Damian Lillard are the two highest paid players per year
I wish
out of the
New
whole
Orleans would
NBA
get Dame.
ever, really.
Dame's not coming to New
I wish
Orleans.
Dame would come to New Orleans. That's what I was saying,
I would
dude.
not miss a game, I swear.
Dame
He
come to
would
New Orleans,
never
man.
come to New Orleans.
How
Well,
do
he's
you
not
know?
going to come for
New
the next
Orleans
5
isn't a
years,
good
no matter
market.
what.
New Orleans isn't a good enough market. That's why every good player they have leaves.
Yeah,
I know we held
but they
CP.
probably
We held
would leave
CP3 for a
because
while.
They have so many strip clubs or something down there. I don't know.
I mean, it's just not a good enough NBA market. That's just like Charlotte will never be a top dog because it's not a good market.
Dude, you never know. New Orleans might do it this year.
That's why they had to leave Seattle. It wasn't a good market.
Do what?
The
New
Sun.
Orleans might do it this year, bro.
With
Do what?
What do you mean with who?
With
Do.
What do you mean with who? They
Do
got-
the dang
they
thing?
got-
Is that what you're talking about? Like what
Do the Dame thing?
dang thing? Winning a championship. That's what people call. We did the dang thing.
Yeah.
You're talking about that.
Yes.
It's gonna be
I
hard.
said they might. It's gonna be very hard, but they might.
We have a young team between Brandon Ingram and
Lonzo.
Zion.
We're in the
Hey,
West, Mason.
It doesn't matter.
It does.
No, it doesn't.
If we were in the East, we could make it.
No. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
It does.
Dude, dude. All
We
they
still
gotta
might
do
lose
is
the semi.
Are you kidding me,
Who's
bro?
gonna shoot?
Who's gonna
Dude,
Lonzo?
we Listen, we almost made it to the playoffs big time with just Anthony Davis. Okay,
With just Anthony
if he
Davis.
just
The
drops,
GOAT.
We
okay,
best
okay, but he was
4-0'd the Trailblazers. What do you mean?
he was dropping 40 points a game. If we get that 40-point score, which Brandon Ingram can be that player, and we just put a guard around him,
well,
I'm telling you, no.
What do you mean?
Brandon,
You don't know
Brandon
about that.
Ingram.
Brandon Ingram is a goat.
Let me tell you something.
I don't
People
know
are going to
about 40
retire
points
eventually
on
when
average.
LeBron and James Harden and Kevin Durant are gone, and Brandon Ingram is still in the league. I can promise you that's going to be the players. These young guys are going to advance into these
Brandon
positions,
Ingram,
Yes,
great
Zion,
player
but
positions.
right
gonna
now,
be big players.
I'm gonna say Brandon Ingram averages 27 points a game.
Okay, but he has games where he goes
has
off
games where he
completely.
goes off.
And with
No,
Drew Holiday out the
everybody
way
has him,
now,
but he's gonna
we
have-
have a lot of room for improvement.
He's gonna have games where he scores 12 points.
Yes, and then Lonzo or Zion's going to step up and be that person that scores.
Zion does not have limited minutes this season now. He is
He
full
is
time.
full capable.
Full
Until
time.
he tweaks his knee again.
Okay,
Even if we say
if
again.
his shoe blew out and he blew his knee out, okay, that
In
was not his
college.
fault. That was
It
okay,
was in
and it takes a
college.
while to recover when you put 260 pounds on a kneecap.
Calm it down.
It's-
Let me
Calm
tell you
it
something.
down.
New
He is
Orleans
going-
will be a contending team coming up soon.
100%
Like the Saints came out of being the Aints and they won a freaking Super Bowl. I'm telling you, the
They're
Pelicans
good.
are going to bring a championship to the Big Easy. I am telling you.
I mean, they
I'm
did
telling
have
They're
you.
gonna make
It ain't
Back
gonna be
now,
soon,
the
but it's
number
coming.
one receiver.
They're not. They will make the playoffs consecutively. It's gonna happen here soon, where they're just gonna do it over and over and over again. But they will never.
They'll never be a number one seed.
No. I'm not saying that, but they're not gonna win the. They're not gonna win the finals.
They're
It's
going
just-
to win
No,
a title.
they have
They're
a
gonna
chance.
win a title soon.
They
these
have a
players
chance.
we have are not gonna stay in New Orleans. Y'all
I
don't
didn't-
understand
I
that.
never said
Nobody
that
like.
they were. I never said that they
So,
were.
but they have to stay long enough to get it to that point of their career.
I'm just
We
saying.
have like no chemistry.
We
with
can't
our
draft
players.
Zion, and he's gone the first year after his rookie contract. It's
He,
that.
he ain't going to leave.
Why not?
He ain't going to leave.
What?
He
Why
ain't
not?
gonna leave.
Yes,
The
he will.
love that
I
New Orleans
guarantee
gave
he
him,
will.
I promise you, he probably won't leave for a while.
We
He
gave
might end up
AD
leaving.
so much love, and he's gone.
Okay,
I'm saying,
because
but
AD literally had
they
the
also
opportunity to play with
didn't try
LeBron.
to build a team around AD either.
Yeah, I mean, you know, they
They really didn't have.
They
anybody
tried,
in the
but they
up and coming.
failed.
Yeah, they failed miserably.
they tried.
They
but
got
they
Drew
failed.
Holiday.
I mean, Drew
Get
Holiday
out.
is a good player.
Slap him for me, bro.
He's not
Slap
going to
him
because
for
he
me.
knows basketball and he knows Drew Holiday is a good player.
He's a good defensive player.
He scores too.
Yeah. He has games. He averages what, 18 points a game? 17 points a game?
I will say, when he had that left hand jam,
Okay,
that was one of the coolest plays I've seen in person. I will say, that was
He's in-
nasty.
I think he's an athlete. He doesn't know how to turn it on well enough.
No. I mean, he's a very good
And his
defender.
wife must hate him.
Yeah. Okay, that's not at all what I meant. But I don't think.
He averaged 21 a game last year.
last year because he didn't have anybody else to score.
Brandon Ingram.
Besides
We just went off
You
about
just
Brandon
said that
Ingram.
he scored 40 points every
Zion
game.
averaged 20-something points a game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And the
in
second
what-
half of the season.
In what, the 4 games he played?
The second half, I think he played.
He didn't
He
play
played
a lot.
like 30, I think.
Yeah, he played like something like that.
Look, we have a lot of young players that are going to develop. Okay, we have a lot of players that can work together and gain
Days.
chemistry.
Day.
Okay, Blake, they
Blake,
have
we're
opportunities
saying
to stay.
If they do stay, New Orleans
If-
is gonna win a championship soon. If they stay,
Dude, we have
Or
JJ
they'll-
Redick.
or
Dude, come
they'll
on there.
contend for
J
one.
Daddy Redick will carry us to the championship, baby. I'm telling you.
It's just, I don't see a world where in 4 years we still have Zion, Brandon Ingram, and our core players on the same team.
We do have Steven Adams now. I cannot wait.
Oh my god, I cannot wait to see
It's,
him.
I'm telling you.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm excited for these next couple years. It's just they're not going to win a championship in these next couple years.
How do you know? How do you know?
Mason.
How do you know? Dude, it's always a possibility.
It's
Always.
not a possibility.
It's always a
It's not
possibility.
a possibility. They don't
Y'all
have
look
anybody to
crazy.
score.
It's
Brandon Ingram.
it's logic.
He can't
Steven
score.
Adams.
You now
can't
have
tell
too
me.
All
many.
you
You
have
got
to
too
do-
many
hold on,
people
hold
on
on.
the field at one point, on the court at one
All
time
you
now.
have to do is shoot and let Steven Adams get the
Time out.
rebound.
Time out.
That dude is
Time out.
7'7".
Time out. Say, okay, so we're in the West, right?
Correct.
You're telling me this team right here
Mhm.
can go head to head with the Lakers with Bron and AD and beat them in a 7-game series.
I don't know. I think Caruso alone
It's
beat us, but I'll be
possible,
honest.
yes.
You can't tell
What?
me
It's possible. I didn't say that it could happen
Our-
or that it will happen. I said
right
it's
now.
possible.
You're saying our best scorer is Brandon Ingram, right?
correct.
He's not going to outplay
How
LeBron
do you
James.
know? How do you
He's
know?
just not going to.
Dude,
Steven
what if
Adams
he
is not
scores
going to
81 points?
outplay
You never know.
AD.
Dude, there's always that simple.
He might
that
get a
small
couple more
possibility.
rebounds, but his points isn't going to
The problem-
cover what
okay,
he
There's
scores.
always that little possibility.
With this one team, this is the only problem. Against the Lakers, I will say it will be a very difficult matchup
Very
because
difficult.
you have two big bodies like LeBron and AD going up against our one big
Zion
body.
would have to take a lot of big steps in the next year or two to be able to for this to happen.
Yes, but I'm saying
Big,
it's possible.
big steps.
Like
Did you-
260 pounds.
Did you think that we were going to 4-0 the Trailblazers?
I mean,
In
I don't
playoffs?
know.
Actually,
No.
we 4-0'd Damian Lillard and who else? Who they have? Who's
CJ.
CJ McCollum, yeah.
That's who we 4-0'd.
Yeah, but still, did y'all think that we were going to?
We had some big men.
No,
We had all rebounds. They had
I know,
nobody to
I'm
rebound.
just saying. I never thought that
We
we
had
would ever
DeMarcus
4-0
Cousins at
somebody
that
in the
point,
playoffs.
Yeah.
The
But
crybaby.
he might have been hurt.
Gosh.
How much of that?
Who?
DeMarcus Cousins.
Was he? Hold on.
Boogie?
Was he hurt in that?
Who? Boogie?
Demarcus.
Yeah,
Yeah. I think
When is he
never
not hurt?
could
I
play.
couldn't
When
remember
is
if
he
played or
not?
because
Hurt.
he tore his Achilles the game that I was watching. It was a game against the Warriors, like right before the playoffs even started.
How do you
But-
hurt yourself against the Warriors?
Because he went
Gosh.
up for a rebound.
I
What
mean,
a
you
girl.
could hurt yourself at any moment.
What a
playing
girl.
Sports.
What a girl.
Dude,
I mean,
Or
they
Boogie-
were
DeMarcus
like
Cousins,
73 and
girl.
2 that season.
Boogie is pretty good.
That dude's been trading around between 17 different teams because he
That's-
never plays.
Because he can't get healthy.
Yeah,
That's fine because I mean, he stopped laying the freaking Taco Tuesday. He'll be all right. Dude weighs 300, 400 pounds.
Derrick Rose.
He is massive.
I'm sure that he gets traded a lot because he can't stay healthy.
Okay, but he
He's
tried to do
been
something
on-
about it. DeMarcus
He
Cousins just
tries,
sits there
yes, yeah,
and
it's
makes
not-
problems
Past
for people.
5 years, Rose has been on 4 teams.
Yeah, exactly. DeMarcus Cousins are on 2.
3.
Three.
Sorry.
One behind.
It's fine. The Pelicans.
He went from Sacramento Pelicans,
the Houston Rockets on
Lakers for a minute before he got hurt again.
Did he go to the Lakers?
He signed with the Lakers.
Then he went to the Warriors.
Warriors.
Yeah, he went to the Warriors.
I
So
don't-
he's been on 4.
Is he on a
And he
different
just
team
got-
now?
he
Is he on
just
the
got-
Warriors still? No, he's on
he just got
Houston.
traded
He's
to
on
the
Houston
Rockets.
now.
Got traded to the
No, he
Rockets.
signed a 1-year deal.
Oh, okay.
Because it's all
I
been
thought he
1-year
got
deals after.
traded. I thought he got traded. I really thought they were going to do something with Boogie, but I was wrong.
I
He's
mean, they don't need to.
yeah.
Why would they need to?
No, I was talking about New Orleans. Whenever he played for,
They still didn't need to. They still had Anthony
They
Davis.
needed more.
He
than
did
just
something.
another
they
big
didn't
man.
need
Until he
another big man. They needed,
A legitimate point guard.
yeah.
And then they
And
You
had
could
one.
put Drew at that time. You put Drew at the 2 guard and let a point guard play point
So they
guard.
had the number 1 pick. Right? If for some stupid reason
We chose
that
the wrong pick.
Huh?
We chose the wrong pick.
Exactly. I agree with that. Even though I love Zion, I think we should have gotten a point guard.
As far as what New Orleans needed at the time, I think they should have picked
But-
someone else.
They were going in a different
they
direction.
Also
which
I know they were trying to rebuild
They
against.
They-
Zion's the best person to
Derek
rebuild a whole team.
Favors was our best big man at the time. We didn't have.
Yeah, they
A big
also
man.
were planning on trading Anthony Davis anyway.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
that was
so
happening. no
That
matter
was
what.
like in the process of the draft.
Yeah,
So
so
we
we
were-
were,
was going
getting
on,
point guards.
and-
At that
so
point, it's
we-
a rebuild, and
Yeah,
then
that's what I'm saying. I
But
know
if
Zion
that
was
suck
wasn't
LA
going-
dry
if
for
that
everything
wasn't
they
going
had.
on and AD was still in New Orleans.
No,
and
that's
it
a
was
different
gonna
story
be-
at that
we
point.
picked
Oh, yeah.
Zion, I would have been like, no, that's stupid.
But
Yeah.
it's a completely different story because everything was changing and evolving
Yeah.
day by day. I mean, I think they made the right pick.
Yeah, now I do.
'Cause I-
at the time I was like, oh, yay, we got Zion. He's gonna be great. But I didn't know that Anthony Davis was fixing to leave.
Yeah.
He was gone though.
I figured
There
it
was a
gonna be-
slight moment where we got the first overall pick, and I was like, he might try to stay now, but then I was like, nah.
I didn't think so.
I mean, he made the best decision for him.
We got a
I mean,
championship out of it.
He did get a championship out of
He
it.
did win
And
a
that's what
ring.
he wanted, and then he got a 5-year max deal this year.
Yeah. And
How
his
much longer
number
is,
back.
is LeBron gonna be with the Lakers?
Huh?
How much longer is LeBron?
I think
gonna
he
be
just
with
signed a 2-year, $85
Well,
million
he also
deal.
said
Like
that
right
Extension.
Like the very
When
first
his
thing,
deal's
too.
supposed to end is when his kid
Bron-
graduated
Bronny.
high school.
Yeah, so
So-
he wants to play. I think I read something the other day where LeBron's going to play until his son's rookie season,
What-
play with him, then retire.
The way he did his deal, his son's comes out of high school. I don't say he's good enough to get drafted, but somebody will draft him to sign Bron.
Not necessarily.
He is a pretty good basketball player.
I
Because
don't really know.
Can you even get drafted out of high school anymore?
No.
Don't you have to go 1 year?
Yeah,
pro?
you
No,
have to go
but-
1 year in college. and
But
then
they're
that.
changing it next year.
Of course they
course
are.
they
For
are.
Bronny. Yep, of
I-
course
I-
they are.
At least they're in the talks of changing it back.
Of
I wonder if Bronny got his ass whipped for smoking weed. Yeah.
I saw a picture when he was like, man, he beat him so hard he beat 10 years into him because he was looking older. In one of them pictures, he took a picture with him.
I don't know if y'all saw this, but he was streaming, right? Y'all know that Brody's a part of FaZe, right?
Yeah.
He was streaming and he was watching the game. He goes, no. My dad's still coming home, guys. I gotta go.
What is he a part of FaZe for?
Dude, he's
gaming
freaking goated
at Fortnite.
At Fortnite or something.
Wow.
Like
He's
that.
pretty. He's fire at it.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
For some reason, I saw some videos on Twitter or something he was building, and that was nuts. Like
Yeah.
what he was doing.
Yeah, so he's a part of Atlanta FaZe, I think. That's what it is.
Yeah.
No, not Atlanta FaZe, just FaZe.
Oh,
Atlanta
oh,
FaZe
it's
is the
just-
Call of Duty thing.
Oh, okay.
Call of Duty, they did like regional stuff.
See, that's what I thought he was a part of. I thought he was a part of Atlanta FaZe, and he just signed with them like a 10-year deal or some shit like that or something. I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, you know, I just hear a lot of things, and
I have a question.
I might
To me, this trade was what they
Bogus?
gave up was idiotic.
bogus.
You know, Westbrook for Wall and a first.
Mm-hmm.
To me, that's like, what are you doing?
I mean, he averages a triple double, so
I mean, that's an
He
easy
didn't.
trade.
But
Yeah.
The Rockets definitely lost that.
well, I'm
that they should have never gave him
No,
up.
the problem is Westbrook can never play basketball unless he's by
telling me
himself.
John Wall isn't
Yeah.
like a premier player, and then they gave up a first as well.
Well, he's
Yeah,
been hurt
I mean-
for 3 years, I think, or 2 years, however Wall's
I
been
don't
out
think
for.
he's been hurt.
No,
No.
Wall's been playing.
No,
He
Wall,
got-
Wall's been out for like 2 years. They literally were just talking about it.
He's not.
He hasn't
out
been
for 2
playing.
years.
Literally, look it up. I'm telling you, he hasn't been playing.
He played last season.
Yeah, he played.
I'm
against
telling you,
New
he was
Orleans.
literally out.
He played against New Orleans. We watched him play.
We didn't
What do
watch
you mean?
Washington. We didn't go watch Washington.
Me, us three did. I think.
You too. I wasn't.
Okay, yeah, it was me and you then.
I think so.
Yeah, because I was supposed to go with. Never mind.
Oh.
And then some stuff went down. So
Bro, I think I'm so upset because if they would have kept James Harden, which I know they're not going to.
Neither of them
That
wanted
would've
to stay in
been-
Houston.
Yeah, I know. Because they're not going to win a championship together. They would have had a
James
nasty
Harden will
starting
never win a
lineup.
championship.
Huh?
James Harden will never win a
you're
championship.
lying.
No, he will.
No, he
You
won't.
will. Yeah.
He's too selfish of a player. He can't get on a team with other good players.
Shoot, I will be too if I drop 60 points every time I touch the basketball.
It would be
But
a-
I'm not saying anything against it. But he
If I
can't.
played in the NBA and I could drop 60, why would I pass?
He's
it?
gonna
Exactly.
be on his own. He will never win a championship because he can't
You're right
play
there.
good with players.
He may have played some games, but injuries have kept John Wall off the court for the last 2 seasons. That is literally what it says.
He's played a
Played.
lot of games.
He's
Okay,
played a lot of
but
games.
with him being out for like that, mediocrely coming back in and coming out, where does it say where he stands now? How
It's
healthy
still
is he?
John Wall.
I know, but still,
Have you seen that
Derrick
man hit the Dougie?
Rose. That man got hurt, and he's not Derrick Rose
Okay.
anymore.
He got hurt 18 times. He tore his ACL 5
Okay,
times
but
in
still,
both knees.
That's all I'm saying.
Like
When to get rid of
that's a
Westbrook,
completely different thing.
I say the Houston Rockets should have got rid of Westbrook because Westbrook cannot play with a superstar.
They
Westbrook
didn't get
has
rid
to
of him.
play
He
with
wanted
himself.
to leave.
I
Him
know.
and Westbrook.
Well, it's good he left. That's what I'm saying.
That's anyway.
I think if they're going to try to get KD all out of that trade because, I think he's going to go to the Nets. He's either going to go to the Nets or he's going to go to the 76ers and get what the dude that can't shoot, Ben Simmons. They're going to get him out of one
Dude,
of
they
those.
can't shoot.
I
Because
think
there's nothing that the other two teams
Dude.
can
I
give
think
them
the
enough. The
76ers
Heat can't
came
give
out
them
and said
nobody
that they were
because
not
Jimmy
getting-
Butler's not leaving.
I think they said the 76ers came out and said we're not giving up Joel or Ben Simmons.
That's stupid because both of those guys suck.
I mean,
I cannot stand Joel Embiid.
I'm not
I
the biggest fan of
absolutely
him, but
cannot
they're
stand
both
him.
pretty good.
Mm.
Just because you don't like somebody doesn't mean they're not good at basketball.
Ben Simmons was good in college. I'll give him that. He's decent now.
He was
He's
all right
good
in
now
college.
too.
He's decent.
He's good.
Okay.
He's decent.
I know,
good.
I know this is
He's
going back.
He's good.
He's decent.
He's good.
Decent.
Bryant if this is John Wall, I don't want to
Dude,
hear it.
it literally says he hasn't played a game since December 26, 2018. I'm very confused. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying he has been
The
injured.
man has played last season.
Dude, I'm telling you, I'm just reading what the internet says. You can't always believe what it
I
says.
thought we
But
were past this whole
I'm just saying. I'm telling you, John Wall hasn't played
By
a
the
game in
way-
2 years.
You got that off of fan side.
All I'm saying is John Wall has not played a
Not a
game in
credible
2
source.
years.
Yes.
So the
Joel Embiid sucks.
that's very true.
Joel
I
Embiid's
think-
good.
The-
Just not a premier player, but he's good.
No. Nope.
Yes.
Just because, okay, all right. If you say that he's such a good player, right? He's like 7'2". If you take away like 6 inches of his height, he's garbage.
That's part of his. That's how he plays. Is
Nope.
uses his height.
I don't care. He's trash. Moving on.
You can't
I
take
think
away
he's
height from
He's trash.
people.
He's trash. He's trash. Well, the Lord took away my height. Okay.
No, he just
He
never
never
gave it
gave
to
it
you.
Wow.
There was none to take away. That was the problem.
Wow.
Yeah, but this was they were talking about it today. They were talking about it today. This is the shortest off season they've ever had.
Like Mason Short or
No,
No, shorter.
actually a shorter off season.
wow.
This is the shortest off season that they've ever had, so they have like no time to recoup. But I mean, they were in a bubble and barely even playing basketball, so I don't think it really matters. The Nets got fined $25,000 apiece for failing to meet with the media on several occasions during training camp. I don't know.
What does it matter?
I have
We
no
are
idea.
going through a pandemic. Why are you going to fine them? That makes no sense.
All they gotta
They
do
do.
is pull a Marshawn Lynch. I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Exactly. That's
They gotta
literally
do that the whole time.
like it makes sense now. And then
Honestly, that's cake to them though. They're not
Yeah, it
worried
was-
about
it
the
said
team
it-
fine.
They literally
Yeah.
wipe with 25K.
I mean, some of them might not, but
Like the bench players.
there's like 2 people on that team that do.
it was like
Mhm.
it said it was like 0.07% of their average yearly salary. So I mean,
Not even a full percent, huh?
not even a full percent.
Hmm.
So I mean, 25K. I mean, they probably only made that within the
Well, they probably
a
even
quarter.
They probably took it out of like the team fund instead of each individual's paycheck.
Well, for some reason, every headline said the Nets / Kyrie. So I don't know if it kind of started with Kyrie and then
Probably
everybody
so.
did it, because I know Kyrie's got his head too far up in media, and it caused him a lot of issues.
I'm just. Oh yeah, we're gonna fine you for not wearing your mask on the media because you don't want to do it. Nah, get out of here. That's so dumb.
Then, for sure, it's like somewhat basketball. Michael Jordan's golf course. Didn't know he had a golf course.
I didn't either. Now I want to go.
Yeah, he's got a golf course.
Makes
Since,
sense.
it does. I mean, he's got nothing else to do. Might as well be great at everything. It actually opened in fall of 2019, so it's been open for a while. Obviously, I'm sure it wasn't open for some of the time, but now they have it to where all of your drinks are brought to you by a drone.
Huh?
Like a flying drone.
Yeah.
That's
What?
nice. Like the kind
So-
of like the Amazon drop off thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now wherever you are on the course, the drone brings you your
That's
drink.
honestly
Where's the course at?
probably
North Carolina,
North
if I had to
Carolina,
guess.
I honestly have no idea.
Because I mean, like, say they have an app or whatever. I just bring me a Coke.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it just- you're on a hole 7 and you just see what drone coming over the trees.
Right.
That's pretty cool.
It's honestly the safest way. I mean, you might have 2 of them within the time that you need to get back. So I mean, it says it's located in Hobe Sound. I have no idea where that is. It's in North Miami, 2 hours north of Miami.
Okay.
So I guess
Oh,
it's,
so
in,
it's
so I guess
like
it's in Florida.
16 hours from us. It's not
Hmm.
bad.
So
Weekend trip, boys.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's probably
Wait, where was it? I wasn't paying attention. Sorry.
North
Florida.
of Miami.
North of
It's
Miami.
in
2 hours
Florida,
north of Miami. So it's probably
Miami's
closer to
a
us.
haul, man.
Yeah, it is.
It is
Miami's
a
like
ride.
20 hours, I think.
It's a
18
lot
hours,
longer than
something
I
like that.
thought. Because
Well, I
going
mean,
to
by the end
Tampa,
of stops, it's like 22 hours.
going to Tampa was 12,
Yeah.
and that's right on the corner.
Mhm.
That's right on the corner, and then
Mhm.
Miami's at the bottom.
Yeah.
So that's,
Like
that's-
literally at the
that's a
bottom, like the
drive.
very last city to Cuba.
yeah,
So it
Except
delivers,
Key West.
it delivers food too. So it's not just drinks, it's food and drinks.
that's fire.
I don't
Oh, I
know.
can't wait to see
I don't
like
trust
birds
it.
attacking my french fries.
Yeah, I know, right? That's what
Just
I'm
a
saying.
hawk comes out of nowhere and tackles a drone.
Right.
I think he just like
some
capitalized on the
nachos.
fact that like the whole not the 6 feet thing.
Mhm.
So they just like, hey, let's just do it with drones. I mean, even if you got one person on each hole, I mean,
18 drones.
yeah, I mean,
So-
for Michael Jordan, that's nothing.
But I mean, you don't even really need that. You can have like 4 drones and then just have a estimated wait time.
yeah,
Send one out, bring it back, send it back out.
I mean, we wait for the cart girl anyway. So
Yeah.
I mean, there's
Yeah,
no.
but is it better to see a drone or a cart girl?
I mean, it's probably faster. Do you want your beer or do you want to see a girl?
Both.
Well, then you wait for your beer.
I mean, either way, you're gonna wait. I understand
I-
that, but
yeah.
I mean, to see a smoking hot girl, never mind.
Bring you your
Can't
drink.
say that because I get in trouble
You will.
by Blake.
Probably.
He's gonna spank me.
You got anything else?
I mean, do y'all want to talk about college basketball, or do y'all know anything about
No, I
college?
never know.
LSU sucks. Ole Miss sucks. That's all I know.
I don't know
That's
much.
very
About,
in that realm right now.
I don't know much about college basketball. I will admit.
I do know that Gonzaga is. Yes, sir.
Oh,
They're
it's their year again.
Yes.
It's their cycle.
3-0.
Yeah. They're, yeah,
3-0.
they're number one, bro.
Are they?
They
I'll
are.
catch
Yeah,
up
they
with
actually
y'all next
beat
time.
Duke too.
Yeah.
So,
Duke, I think, is actually 0-3 right now.
Yeah, Dookie is actually really Dookie this year.
Yeah, they're like not even projected to do anything good. But they got 2 freshmen that's supposed to like kickstart them enough.
Oh,
but
is that so? They ain't doing nothing.
apparently, it's obviously not working. So
Oh, can we talk about high school basketball real quick?
No.
Why?
Dude,
Because Albany sucks.
beat the dog shit out of Springfield the other day.
Was it the boys or the girls?
The
First
girls, they
yeah.
beat them 112 to 54.
Yeah, it was
What?
Yes,
Yeah.
112 to 54.
Albany basketball scored
Albany girls
112.
basketball scored 112 points against Springfield. Yes.
All right then.
The only reason I know that is because I have somebody on Snapchat that took a picture of the scoreboard
Yeah, I saw the same
and
thing.
dropped 112 on them. That's what she said. It's what's her name?
What's whose name?
Just first names.
I can't think of her name, bro.
I couldn't
It's
tell you.
fine.
There's a lot of girls that still go to Albany right now that would be on somebody's Snapchat. So
I know. I can't think of her name, but she plays basketball.
I don't know many people still
No,
at that
it starts
school.
with an
So.
L.
You do realize we went there over 4 years ago, so I know
years
it's
ago.
nobody there.
most of
No,
the girls I
fine.
know ran track with me, and then so
I don't know. But anyway, yeah, they dropped 112 points on somebody, and that's really just uncalled for
In high school, yeah.
in high school. Yeah. Dude, did you see the score of the South Carolina? Who were they playing? Oh my god, it was women's basketball. It was South Carolina.
They're kind of fire in women's basketball, huh?
Yes, dude, they beat them. I think 120 something to 42.
I forgot about this though. That's ridiculous. But in
Yes.
football, they just hired a new coach,
Who?
Shane Beamer. It was assistant from Oklahoma.
Who hired him?
South Carolina.
Oh.
I said South Carolina football.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
I didn't hear that
I
either.
didn't.
Oh.
I
My
heard
bad.
it was in football. I was like, who?
My bad. I thought I said South Carolina football.
No.
In my head, I did.
Well,
I thought you said- I thought you
I
said
guess
it, but-
because since we were talking about South Carolina
Yeah,
basketball, you just assumed I knew who you were talking about.
I assumed too much with you.
Who's their head coach? Is that?
It was Will Muschamp, right?
What's that one?
Was it the strength and conditioning coach for
Alabama,
Alabama?
I believe he was something for Alabama. Defensive coordinator. He was a
No.
coordinator.
Who coaches Georgia?
Dang it.
That was
Me.
the strength and conditioning coach.
I'm bad with names.
Kirby
I couldn't
Smart.
tell you.
Kirby Smart.
Is
That was the strength and conditioning coach. Will Muschamp was the defensive coordinator for,
Yeah,
and he was also the head coach of Florida. Didn't know if you knew that.
I did know that.
Yeah, but just like everybody else that goes
Yeah.
there except Dan Mullet,
And Urban,
cousin Eddie.
who doesn't
up.
coach at Ohio State.
Shut up. Shut up. Don't nobody like Urban Meyer.
So
Enough people do to
Yeah.
pay him some money.
I don't like him. Everybody else liked him. I don't like him.
can you shut up so I can finish college basketball? We're talking about football. We went backwards.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Sorry, that's my
We
fault.
got sidetracked. He started that.
Anyway, so Kentucky is 1-3.
I don't care about Kentucky either. Who do they have?
I honestly know nothing about
I'll tell you,
college
college
basketball.
basketball is really lackluster this year. That's what I'm saying.
So there was like 3 giant upsets. Number 4 Virginia lost to an unranked San Francisco. I don't even know.
Yeah, they lost to a D2 team.
That's
Ole
really.
Miss is
I
winning
think-
41-12 at halftime, boys.
My God, who are they playing?
Jackson State.
Well, that's why.
Okay.
Villanova lost to an unranked Virginia Tech. Brooklyn.
Brooklyn's home.
Marco.
And then Wisconsin is number 4, and they lost
Yeah, there's
a
a
Marquette.
football game
Marquette.
going on.
Marquette.
Marquette's really good in basketball, bro.
Well,
They're
they just beat
always
the number
good in
14.
basketball. Whenever
So-
the NCAA tournament rolls around, I wouldn't be surprised if they weren't 11 or 12 seed.
And then the supposed, like, one of the runnings for the player of the year is a big man. His name is Luke. Can I pronounce his last name? No. Throughout the last 3 games, he's got 34 points, 10 rebounds, and 3 blocks. in the past 3 games.
I know we're
Which
not
is kind of crazy for a big
on
man in
football
college.
anymore, but I just saw there was a football game going on currently. In the first quarter, Cam Akers has 84 yards already. He's with 9 carries. The Rams are beating the smack out of Patriots.
They do have Thursday Night Football.
Sorry, I saw it. But
There's like a lot of. I'm not just gonna be like Mason and read over all the basketball games because there's like a million basketball games that happened.
Yeah.
But I am excited because the NBA season starts tomorrow.
That was
So-
pretty lit.
I think Pelicans play on Monday.
I just said this is the shortest season and off season in the NBA.
What you mean already? It usually starts sooner.
Yeah.
it's supposed to start in October.
Yeah.
I didn't realize they were going to start again already.
I mean, it ended in
I think they were trying for a Christmas Day start date.
for the actual
Are they-
season.
I feel like I haven't heard about MLB in forever, but
Yeah, God, I haven't either. As a baseball player or anything, I haven't heard
are
anything.
they still playing?
I mean, I'm guessing they're going with their normal start date. Get their spring training in.
See, because the last I heard is that they were going to have like a Christmas Day World Series stuff, but that was forever ago.
Oh, but I mean, before they finished their season? Is that
I
what you mean?
guess.
Oh,
I don't
Uh,
know. Did they
uh,
finish the season?
yeah.
Oh.
Who won?
Oh, shit. Yeah, they did. The
Dodgers won.
Yeah, the Dodgers won.
Dodgers
That's right.
played the
Yeah.
not Twins.
Yeah.
Did they play?
That was the Rays, I thought. No.
Rays.
Oh,
they
yeah,
played
the
Rays.
Rays.
They
Right.
Dodgers.
Oh, yeah, because I was so happy that the Astros lost. That's right.
Dodgers beat the Twins to make it to the World Series.
We went to the stadium.
We did. We almost got shot whenever we went in there.
I don't
sneak
think
in.
we got shot.
No, the doors were open and everything. We were just walking around. And some dude just walks up to security, just walks up to us. Hey, what y'all doing? I'm like, we're going in here. All right, put your gun down.
It's because they saw I was half black.
Yeah, that's fine.
They was nervous.
Oh god.
That's what it was. Y'all got anything else, or is that it for the night?
Oh, Brian, it's the third time you've asked that, brother.
Yeah, he's
You know,
trying
acting
to
like
leave.
you got something else better to do.
Ryan's
do
been
right now.
wanting to talk about Cyberpunk 2077
Yeah, you're right.
this
That's
whole
it.
time.
That's it.
Yeah, we'll wait. Save that.
Yeah,
for the
save
gaming.
that for a game on.
That's gonna be a good discussion.
No, it's not, because I don't know nothing about it.
I
I'm
know
just gonna be sitting
nothing
here with
about
a
it.
thumb up my
Other
butt.
than Keanu Reeves is in it.
Yeah.
All I know is
I'm
that I'm
watching.
hungry.
I watched gameplay of it. There's just not a lot of sports that I've watched this past week,
Yeah.
so that's why I gave my input like twice.
It's no problem. It was the first time we were all together, so it was.
He sat here. It was mainly me and Blake talking again.
For the football part, yeah.
Yeah.
But
But-
everybody want to throw their dumb opinions about Pelicans winning championships, and when I talked about basketball,
Dude, that was a good discussion. I don't
No
care
need
what
for a
y'all say,
recap.
that was
We
a
were
good
there.
Discussion.
it was something. I don't know if it was a discussion. Thank you. I didn't need that close.
All right.
Still gonna be a L no matter what we do.
No,
But
not necessarily.
yo, so how are we gonna do the whole ending now that we're in a square?
Mason's still
Still the
starting.
same way.
Sorry.
Sorry, there's a sheep in my backyard.
Definitely not go.
So Mason does it, and then me, you, Ryan.
Yeah, we'll
Sounds
just
like a plan.
go in the same order.
So what are we gonna say now that there's 4 of us as to do with the ending of it? Like, so we say our names, and then what are we gonna say after that?
We'll figure it out as we go. It's an experiment. Everything we do is an experiment. Okay.
Exactly. So.
Very true. You know what
Mason?
you're doing? You know what your name is?
Come on, Floyd, you can do it.
Yeah, Hunter Mill.
Mason Dansby.
Trey Fowler.
Blake Sager,
Ryan Hellingel.
and we are